Right now at noon, emergency responders from across the state are gathering to remember a fallen Appleton firefighter. And Democratic lawmakers are introducing legislation aiming to get more people registered to vote.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Monday afternoon. Mark is on assignment. He'll be back for Live at 4. I'm Josh Breiter. First at noon, let's head over to the Weather Center, where meteorologist Chris Reese is keeping an eye on an active pattern to the south of us. All is quiet here, but not so much down there, Chris.
That's right, Josh. All is quiet here, but today could be a very dangerous and potentially deadly day for folks just to our south. We're watching very active weather across the southern plains. That is where we have a very rare high-risk day for severe weather across parts of Texas and into Oklahoma. To put this into perspective, there have only been 22 high-risk days over the past 9 years. Today making day 23 of that. We had a round of showers move through the south this morning, but we are focusing in on where more showers and thunderstorms could develop as we go through time. Expect multiple rounds, and these rounds, although it doesn't look all that impressive on this model, when you see these isolated showers, that's where you get the best potential for tornadoes. And tornadoes is exactly, or are exactly, what we're concerned about going through today. The possibility of long-lived violent tornadoes that could produce a lot of damage, not just this evening, but into the overnight hours. So if you have friends and family down across parts of Oklahoma or in the panhandle of Texas, give them a phone call. Make sure that they are aware and have a severe weather plan ready to go in a safe place, because it's very likely that that is going to be needed going through tonight and into tomorrow. For us, things are a lot more calm. We do have cloud cover out there. Temperatures are a little bit chilly as well. We'll top out into the low 60s going through the rest of tonight. But eventually, or the rest of today and into tonight, eventually by tonight, I do think we begin to see at least a little bit of clearing. But in the meantime, enjoy that cloud cover out there if you can find a way to enjoy it. But it's certainly the lighter end of the weather compared to what some of our counterparts are dealing with.
Yeah, it's hard to complain about that cool and cloudy weather with what they have down there.
That's why I say enjoy it. But yeah, we'll keep you guys up to date on what happens down south, of course, and then tell you guys what we can expect for us in Wisconsin going into tomorrow.
All right, Chris, we'll see you in just a little bit. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Well, Madison police are actively investigating an attempted homicide. According to a Facebook post from the department, the incident happened just after 4 yesterday afternoon. Police say they are trying to find Linda Hayroth regarding the situation, but she's not listed as a suspect in the post. Police said officers attempted contact with her at several locations, but they do not know where she is. Anyone with information on her location should call the Madison Police Department at 608-847-6363. Happening today, first responders from across the state are gathering to remember a fallen Appleton firefighter, Mitch Lundgaard. The funeral procession begins at 1 p.m., followed by a public visitation at Appleton Alliance Church. The route will be run from the Brett Schneider Trenton Nickel Funeral Chapel to the church. Lundgaard will be taken back to the funeral home following the private service. The husband and father of 3 was killed in the crossfires of gunfight between police and a Wausau man who also died in that exchange. Lundgaard was the first Appleton firefighter in 86 years to die in the line of duty. A group of Madison firefighters will be responding to calls in Appleton, helping that department in their time of mourning. The Madison Fire Department is providing an engine and 5 firefighters to help staff Appleton Fire Station number 1 today while that department attends funeral services for Lundgaard. The Madison firefighters will help cover 12 hours today. A group of other firefighters from the department is also taking a bus to attend the funeral. A Madison man was arrested on his 4th operating while intoxicated charge while veering off the road and crashing into a ditch yesterday. Dane County deputies say it happened on the south side of Cottage Grove on Hope Road. Deputies say 53-year-old James Schulte was the driver and the only person in the vehicle at that time of the crash. Schulte was booked into the Dane County Jail and cited for several traffic violations. New at noon, Governor Tony Evers, along with Democratic Wisconsin lawmakers, are unveiling automatic voter registration legislation. The bill will automatically register people to vote when they get their driver's licenses, license plates, or renew their vehicle registration.
It is time that we turn the tide on efforts to prevent people from voting toward doing everything we can to make it possible for everyone who is eligible to vote. Making it easier to register is the first step in that effort.
The Republican-controlled state budget committee removed automatic voter registration from Governor Evers' budget proposal, along with more than 100 other policy items. Tensions are on the rise in the Middle East following a presidential tweet warning Iran not to pick a fight. President Trump tweeted, quote, "If Iran wants to fight, that will be the official end of Iran. No, never threaten the United States again," end quote. His message followed a rocket attack that U.S. officials tell CBS News was likely aimed at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. CBS News has confirmed a report that President Trump told the acting head of the Pentagon last week that he does not want war with Iran.
You can't be threatening us. And you know, with all of everything that's going on, and I'm not one that believes, you know, I'm not somebody that wants to go into war.
Iran's foreign minister says his nation has always stood tall against aggressors, tweeting, quote, "Hashtag economic terrorism and genocidal taunts won't end Iran." The Milwaukee Bucks had a chance to go up 3 games on the Toronto Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals, but a 36-point difference or performance by Kawhi Leonard led the Raptors to capture Game 3 in double overtime. The Raptors will try to tie the series up at 2 games apiece when they host Game 4 tomorrow night. You can watch that game at 7:30 on TNT. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Next, let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
The deviled eggs that we're whipping up today are so good, you better plan on making a double batch. Trust me on this one. Ever since the first buffalo wings were created, way back in 1964, at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, America has adopted the combo of wing sauce and blue cheese on just about everything. So today, we're making deviled eggs with a buffalo-style twist. As typical, we start out by cooking some eggs, and once they're hard-boiled, we drain them, shock them with some ice, which will help them peel easier, and remove the shells. After they're peeled, we cut each egg in half lengthwise and remove the yolks, like this. Now we mash it with a fork until they're super smooth. To that, we add some blue cheese dressing and a bit of buffalo wing sauce. Once this is all mixed well, we spoon or pipe it into each half of the egg until all the filling is used up. Some crumbled blue cheese goes on top and they're ready to serve. Just wait until everyone goes nuts when you set out a platter of these fun change of pace favorites. And so you don't miss out on all the oohs and ahs, all you have to do is visit our website and get the recipe for what we call buffalo-style deviled eggs. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a wing-dinger of a way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Still ahead for us on this Monday, a cool and cloudy start to your work week, but meteorologist Chris Reese is tracking the return of some sunshine and warmer temps. Keep watching News 3 Now at noon. And welcome back. Our Call for Action phone bank is open right now, ready to take on your consumer issues. You can call our hotline and volunteers will help you with any consumer complaints. The number to call is 608-270-2833. The service is open every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 11 and 1. And here's a look at the stock market at the noon hour. All of them down so far. The Dow down 49 points, NASDAQ down 82, and S&P 500 down 12. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee is out of the radio barn today, so here are your latest farm numbers. And now meteorologist Chris Reese is here. And Chris, I've seen just a couple of hints of sunshine trying to peek through the clouds.
Yeah, we're trying to get some sunshine here into south central Wisconsin. One of the bigger things you'll notice as you step out the door is that, folks, things are cooler out there today compared to just 24 hours ago. We're 13 degrees cooler in Madison. Check out Peru, Illinois, nearly 25 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago. So, yes, we did see a cold front work its way on through, folks. Here are how things are shaping up a little bit closer to home. Notice Janesville, 18 degrees colder than 24 hours ago. A little bit warmer, though, as you work your way up towards the north. By the way, parts of northern Wisconsin got 3 to 6 inches of snow yesterday. So, as always, the weather could be worse. We have those winds coming out of the north right now. That's helping to keep us cooler. Of course, we have the cloud cover out there as well. The temperature, 51 in Madison. More mid-50s begin to show up as you work your way just towards the west. But as long as we keep that wind coming out of the north and northwest at about 8 miles per hour, folks, things are going to be remaining on the chilly side. But I do think we'll see some cloud cover starting to clear out, allowing for more sunshine in really a matter of a couple of hours. This is visible cloud track right now. Notice how the cloud cover is more so broken up and not so much a blanket. You work your way towards the northern tier of the state and especially back towards parts of southern Minnesota, and you do begin to see a little bit more in the way of sunshine. So I do think we'll keep at least some clouds around, but more sun will begin to peek out of the sky in just a matter of time. In the meantime, today, all weather eyes are truly on the southern plains. This is where the weather is really going to be active later on. Already, infrared satellite is showing how lots of these showers and thunderstorms are beginning to blossom into what's going to be a very dangerous severe weather day. These areas in the pink are under a high risk, and that's very rare to truly have a high risk for severe weather. In fact, over the past 9 years, this has only happened 22 times. But we're talking anywhere from Amarillo over towards Oklahoma City, Wichita Falls, all getting in what could be a pretty dangerous and deadly day for some folks. So hopefully everyone in this area is just heeding that forecast and being aware of the warnings. But notice how these showers and thunderstorms on future track look more so isolated. When you see that on a model, this is indicating all places for a potential tornado to develop. These isolated storms tap into a lot of that atmospheric energy and begin to rotate. This is how you get your violent tornadoes. So we're going to watch that throughout the day. Eventually into the overnight hours, that'll become more of a squall line as it races its way east. But we're watching that here in Wisconsin as well. Even though we're not expecting severe weather out of this system, this high is going to begin to work its way towards the east, allowing that region of low pressure to move towards us and then bring our next chance for showers and thunderstorms. This is overnight tonight at 1 o'clock in the morning. Notice the showers and thunderstorms across much of the Midwest. That moves our direction towards Tuesday afternoon, and then overnight Tuesday and into Wednesday, eventually a cold front comes on through. That'll bring another chance for some showers and thunderstorms. But our overall pattern, folks, is going to remain active, bringing multiple systems our way as we begin to approach the weekend. So we'll get some clearing later on this afternoon. Temperatures top out into the low 60s. Here's that cloud cover as we move into early Tuesday morning. Temperatures will be in the 40s when you wake up. Shower chances begin into the afternoon on Tuesday. Here's Tuesday night and the Wednesday. That cold front comes through. This is your best chance to see some lightning and thunder, but check out that timing. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. That's the reason I'm not too concerned about severe weather, but we could see some isolated showers that linger on throughout your Wednesday morning as well. That's going to keep temperatures a little bit cooler in the morning hours, but a warm front comes through that afternoon. So by Thursday, we're talking temperatures that have the chance to return into the low 80s, which it's been a while since we've seen that, so that'll be fantastic. But we still stay unsettled. Notice the multiple rain chances in our forecast, even though temperatures will be closer to average and perhaps even above average, being in the low 70s.
Oh, we just can't catch a break.
We cannot catch a break. It has been system after system after system. Hopefully, we can enjoy some sunshine on this weekend. I know it's a holiday weekend.
I know, fingers crossed.
Pools are opening, but we'll see how things play out.
All right, Chris, thank you.
My pleasure.
Still ahead for us at noon. Linda Bartz from the Bruce Company is here to take your plant and garden questions. The number to call, 270-9933. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Linda Bartz from the Bruce Company is here taking your plant and garden questions. We'll get the number up there on the bottom of your screen, 270-9933. Linda, good Monday afternoon to you.
Good to see you.
So what do we got here? A little bit of everything.
A little bit of a few perennials, these columbine at the back, and the creeping phlox that you're seeing around town that's putting on a really good show this time of the year. And then I have it intermixed with some annuals, and of course there's a group of succulents down front that is going to love to be outside during the summer and perform for you really well.
It's kind of weird. We've been kind of like waiting for the nicer weather, right, to get to all these.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings because you have to be careful about what you're planting, but the flowers that are blooming, like the lilac and the magnolias and the crabapples, are just lasting forever this year.
Because we haven't had the heat yet.
That's right.
All right. Yeah. Crazy how that works. All right, we're going to get to the calls right now. We're going to start off with Larry in Wanakee. Larry, what's your question?
Yeah, what do you do to tulips you have planted outside after they're done blooming?
After they get done flowering, the first thing that you'll see is that it'll develop a little seed pod. So pick those off, because otherwise that's energy that should be going down to rebuild that bulb. So leave the green leaves on for at least 6 weeks. They have to rebuild the bulb. Then they've done their job, and then you can remove them. One rule of thumb is if you tug on them gently and they pull off, then it's ready to get rid of it and fill the bed with annuals.
All right, and now we're going to get to Terry from Madison. Terry, what's your question?
Hi, Linda. I have a red burning bush that has bloomed every year, and this year only half of it is.
Yes.
Wondering if I should leave it be or cut it down.
Okay, if you have half of a plant, and I'm seeing them that they're alive at the base and not at the top. There's a lot of red flowering burning bushes. It's a common name for them, or winged euonymus, and they were hit, I think, because of the extreme cold that we had, that 35 below. We haven't been that cold in, gosh, no, that's a question for Chris.
Yeah.
But I bet you it's 15, 20 years. It's been a long, long time. Japanese maples were really hurt badly, burning bushes. So if you have half of a plant, prune off the dead and see if what you're left with regrows and looks nice.
All right, and now Fred from Poinette. Fred, what's your question?
Yes, I have a peony bush. It's starting out of the ground. It's probably about a foot tall, foot and a half tall. Anyways, it's outside the perimeter where all the rest of my bushes are at. Would it be okay to dig it up and move it now, or should I wait till fall time, or what?
Okay. Well, if it's only a foot tall and you can move it right away, that might work. Preferably, it would be waiting till fall and then digging it up, because that's the best time to transplant peonies, is the fall. And then make sure you don't plant them too deep. They have a little growing point, a little pip that you want to make sure is at the soil line. Don't plant them deeper.
All right, and then Ann from Evansville. Ann, what's your question?
Hi, my house faces north. It doesn't get a lot of sunlight. I want to put some evergreen bushes in front of my front window, and I have no idea what kind of bush that doesn't need light.
Okay.
Sunlight.
If you want a low-growing evergreen, now yews are going to be the most shade tolerant, but they will require pruning on a regular basis. You could plant arborvitae. That is another shrub that will tolerate partial, those darker conditions, and they can be pruned and don't require as much pruning as the yews. I'm a little bit leery of boxwood, which is a very popular evergreen. On the northern exposure, if we have strong winds, they can burn. We're seeing some burning of boxwood this year.
All right, I think we've got time for one more question. Joni, what's your question?
I would like to know if there's something I can put on my rhubarb and my asparagus to help keep the quackgrass down now that they're up.
Okay, now that they're up, no. See, the problem with the rhubarb and the asparagus, they are going to be killed by the same chemicals that would kill that grass. Obviously, pulling around the base of it. Some people in the fall, when the asparagus is totally dormant, they'll use Roundup at that time of the year, but not this time of the year.
All right, some good questions today, Linda. Thank you so much. If you're still on the line, Linda will answer those questions in the newsroom. But for now, let's go to Chris for a final look at your forecast. Hey, Chris.
Hello, Josh. We are starting to see a little bit more blue out there, so that's good news. Perhaps a little bit or a little bit more of the rays of sunshine going into the afternoon. We'll see those temperatures top out right around 61. We should be dry for the beginning part of Tuesday before more rounds of showers and thunderstorms return to the forecast. Tuesday is going to be a cooler day. We'll see highs in the 50s before we warm things up to end the week and enter into the weekend.
All right, Chris, thank you, and thanks for joining us, everyone. Hope you have a great afternoon. Mark and Susan are back for you on Live at 4.